man alive. It is pouring out here. There's thunder. It's windy. It's cold. But we're going to talk about winter weeds. And this is a great day for me to go inside and talk about winter weeds because you can't do a darn thing out here right now. So come on, let's go inside and let's talk about winter weeds, what to use on them, how to identify them, a whole bunch of different stuff. Hold on. Hey guys, yeah, it's cold out there. It's rainy, it's windy, it's nasty. It's been doing this for a couple days and it's going to do this. Gosh, if I look at the 10-day forecast, it looks like it's nothing but rain. Not good, not good. And this is a great time though to talk about a weed killing window. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. The importance of understanding how the weather impacts the products that we're putting down and how do we select the right product to kill the right weeds. When to apply it, how to apply it. I've got a bunch of information. Big news happening now, news break. Super Juice is live on Amazon. Hallelujah. So if you go to superjuicefertilizer.com, you'll actually be able to see it up and available on Amazon. I'm actually going to place an order as soon as I get done here. I'm going to place an order for myself. Don't forget, there's a subscribe button. I think it's right here. There's a little teeny red thing right here. Click subscribe. And the reason being is we're doing a year giveaway to at least one YouTube subscriber, which is going to be Super Juice, Humic, and something else. The organic fertilizer. Plus, if you go over to the Facebook page, just go over to the Facebook page, like and follow us over there. We'll be doing some free Super Juice over there too. So go over there and check that out. So in a minute, I'm going to take you over to the website and I'm going to show you some things that I've added onto the website that I think will make your life easier on weed identification and in selecting the product that you need for it. So I'm going to show you that here in a second. But the main thing I want to talk about today is I want to talk about the weed window. It's the most important thing, I think, when it comes to killing these weeds when we're coming off the winter and we're going into early spring. I want you to understand that these weeds that are out there right now, they're tough. They've survived winter. They're out there growing in these conditions. So that means that they're winter hardened. You may hear that term a lot, winter hardened weeds. And what you need to look for is you need to look for that weed window. And what is a weed window? I live and die by the 10-day forecast when it comes to lawn care. So what I want you to look for is I want you to go to your 10-day forecast and I want you to watch for that window where you see that sun logo and you see it's going to be in the high 60s, lower 70s kind of deal. That's the target point where you want to treat your broadleaf weeds, or just about any weeds, to be honest. That's the time that the weeds are going to sort of come alive a little bit. They're going to start to work. They're going to start to process. They're going to uptake. They're going to try take in nutrients. They're going to absorb things through the roof. That's when they actually are alive. Right now, they're a little bit dormant too. They're kind of asleep because it's cold and rainy. But when that sun comes out, they're going to come alive, and that's when you want to spray it. The majority of weeds that we want to kill out there fall into the broadleaf weed category. So when you spray something on those weeds, it needs to be on the foliage and it needs to take it up. Again, that's where that weed window comes into play. So what are the stages, or what are we going to do? I'm just going to talk to you for a minute about how I do this and how I think you should do this. The first thing you need to do is you need to do a weed identification. And I'm going to show you here in a second a link that I've put on the website. I'm going to walk you through. You go to my website, howtoitdoc.com. You go to the product links. You go to the weed killers, and there's a link for weed identification with pictures. And then you open up Google Images and you double check that to make sure you're looking at the right weed, because it can be tricky. I'll tell you what's really tricky is looking at crabgrass versus goosegrass versus nimbleweed or something like that. A lot of those things start to look alike, so it's hard to tell. So identify the weeds that you have in your lawn, and then I want you to classify them in two classifications. Is it a spot treatment or is it an overall treatment? As an example, I've got a couple little sprouts of wild onion over here. I don't need to spray my entire lawn for wild onion. I need to get a little tank sprayer or some kind of method just to treat those little spots that I have over on my side over here. Maybe I have some I don't know, maybe I have some henbit. I have some henbit up against this fence over here. Do I need to treat my whole lawn to kill henbit? No, just where it's growing over there. But if I see weeds that are growing throughout my entire lawn, that's a full lawn treatment. So understand, is it a spot treatment for a tank sprayer, or is it going to be an overall spray treatment? Those are the two categories. Then you need to figure out which chemicals you're going to use. Which chemicals are actually going to kill these weeds. And that's the main thing we're talking about today. We're not talking about preventing, we're talking about killing. How are we going to kill these weeds? And that's about it. That's the main thing I want you to do. So I'm going to walk you through on the website. I'm going to show you some of the changes I made. And matter of fact, let me do that right now. Let me go over to the website and just show you. I've put up these yellow buttons where you can click on the yellow button on the website. It'll open up and expand the actual label of these products. And it has a list on there as to which weeds it actually kills. So if you have open, this is easier to do on a computer, by the way, not on a phone. But if you have 3 windows open, I open up How to with Doc, then I open up the Weed ID, and then I open up Google Images, and I verify that not with one image. I want to look at a couple images to see different stages of it to see if it's the right weed. So let's go look at that real quick. Hey guys, so I'm taking you over to the website. So what I want you to do is click anywhere where it says Doc Product Links. So I'm going to click Doc Product Links. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the Best Weed Killers. Click Best Weed Killers. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the Weed ID link. I'm going to click that and it'll open up a new window. Then I'm going to open up a new tab, Home, Images, and I want to go to Google Images. So here's what you want to do. I'm in the southern region, so I'm going to click southern and I'm going to roll down until I see a weed that I think I saw in my yard. So I have common chickweed. Now I'm not going to click here. I'm actually going to copy the common chickweed and I'm going to go over to Google Images and I'm going to paste it into Google Images and click search. Now, here's what I love about this. This is going to show me all kinds of images of common chickweed. It's going to show me in different environments, in different people's yards, close-ups. It's going to show me roots. It's going to show me all kinds of different pictures so I can verify that I truly have it. Because this really gets a little bit hard. If you start talking about stuff like crabgrass versus goosegrass, it can be a little bit hard to make sure you're targeting the right weed. So yes, I've identified that I do have this. And so now what I want to do is I want to come back over here and let's go over here. So let's take this for an example, this Bio Advanced. See this yellow button? If you'll click the yellow button, it'll expand out into the label into what it actually kills. So as an example, I'm looking for chickweed. Yes, there it is, chickweed, common, and the mouse ear. So it's going to kill both of those. Now you can hide the weed list. So I'm going to roll down. Now this is that all season long control. So it's a broadleaf, pre-emergent, and a killer. Show it. One thing when you go here is, see how it says like Clover Crimson, it has a 1 next to it. 1 indicates that it prevents and kills both. So if this weed has a 1 on it, it's also going to work as a pre-emergent on it. Again, I can hide that weed list. And there, again, we'll have more products on here, but basically if you need something for a grassy weed like onion grass or poana, the image is there, or nutsedge, the image is right there, and there's a list there for that too. So that's basically it. Those are the little updates we made on the website that'll help you out a little bit. So I want you to understand the weed window is important for a couple of reasons, but I also want you to understand that if you read the label, a lot of these products say that you're only allowed to apply these twice a year. And of course, you got to follow the label because it's federal law. So you can't go out there, 4 or 5 times a year and spray this product. So if you don't hit the right window, you're basically wasting that application. Yes, you're wasting money and you're wasting an application. So I want you to be real careful about this weed window. Again, you're going to have some days that where the sun comes out and it gets kind of warm and you're going to want to go out and treat these weeds. And I'm telling you, some of these weeds are hard to kill. You may not see an immediate reaction. I've got some weeds back here that I treated 2 weeks ago that are just now starting to yellow out. Also, don't forget that a lot of your grassy weeds, when you use something, if you have to use something like an image, a lot of times that has to be taken up by the roots. It's not taken in by the foliage of the plant. So you need to understand that as well too. Is this product going to take action as soon as I spray on it, or does it need to get down to the roots, be absorbed to the roots, and then kill the plant? Good example is wild onion. Wild onion, typically that chemicals that kill that, same thing with poana. Chemical image will kill poana, but it's got to be absorbed to the roots for it to kill it, and that takes some time. So again, this is just a short video just to show you some of the things that I've done on the website to let you know that Super Juice is available, the pre-emergent is available. Everything should be available right now, at least on the website. But again, I want to stress, watch for that weed window. I have another video coming out that I'm going to probably do tomorrow. There's a brand new garden hose on the market that I'm super excited about. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. My wife is jealous because I love my new hose more than her. But I'll be doing a video on that new hose. I'll probably be shooting that tomorrow. So we got a bunch of videos. Make sure you click that subscribe button wherever it is, right there. And that's it. I'll talk to you later. Doc.